Anime characters don't always speak Japanese like real-life Japanese people, but some anime characters do. So I picked 2023 anime that are good for learning Japanese so that you can learn Japanese from anime without sounding like cringe shonen anime characters. Number 1. Oshinoko. If I have to pick one anime from 2023, it will be Oshinoko. And I'm saying this as someone who is not particularly into Japanese idol culture. I especially like Akane's arc, which seems relevant in this day and age, where anybody who uses social media might have to deal with negative comments, taking a toll on your mental health. And Oshinoko is also a pretty good anime to learn Japanese, as most characters speak Japanese pretty naturally, especially female characters, except for a few characters like Kana, who speaks overly feminine Japanese. But characters like Akane speaks very naturally.
怖いけどすごく怖いけどこのままやめたくない。
わかった。
Everything you heard is something we would say in real life.
このままやめたくない。
Konomama means as it is. Yametakunai is the negative form of yametai, I want to quit, and yametai is an inflection of the verb yameru, to quit. So it means I don't want to quit like this.
このままやめたくない。
わかった。
And Aqua said wakatta, which is the past form of wakaru, to understand. And we say wakatta in real life very often.
わかった。
I often criticize popular Japanese textbooks and apps for teaching you something that we would never say in real life, something that sounds weird and contextually wrong if you use in real life. And people often ask, what are alternatives? Thing is, you have plenty of anime like this where characters speak just like real-life Japanese people or very close to real-life Japanese people. But if you are a beginner, maybe you need some help, like explanations. So if you want to learn Japanese with me, I will teach you real-life Japanese that real-life Japanese people today actually speak, so that you don't have to rely on textbooks and apps that teach you unrealistic, unnatural Japanese. Click the link in the description and subscribe to my email group. Number 2. 僕の心のやばいやつ or Dangers in My Heart. I honestly think this is one of the best rom-com anime of all time, especially among ones with a male protagonist. The main character is the perfect representation of a mildly shy Japanese teenage boy, and the anime captures subtle moments of fresh teenage romance. I find subjective experiences of the main character very real, and it reminds me of my teenage days. And both the main character and the girl speak Japanese very naturally.
明日は学校来る？うん、行く。
This is exactly how we speak Japanese in real life.
明日は学校来る？
明日, tomorrow. And we often use wa when we bring up a topic. 学校, school. 来る, to come. So 明日は学校来る means are you coming to school tomorrow?
明日は学校来る？うん、行く。
And 行く means to go. So she means I'm going. You can also say 来る, I'm coming. It doesn't really matter here. And this is a perfectly natural conversation.
うん、行く。
Number 3. 事情を知らない転校生がぐいぐい来る My clueless first friend. If you are looking for an anime that's easy to understand, try this one, which is also a cute romance-ish anime. Akane is bullied because of her ominous look, and her classmates always avoid her. Except this new transfer student, Taiyo, who finds her cool and doesn't care about what other people think. It has simple stories, and their sentences are pretty easy as they are elementary school kids. And Akane and Taiyo speak very natural Japanese.
らしいんだ。美味しそうだな、味玉。僕のおかずと交換しない？する？
This is also a very natural conversation.
僕のおかずと交換しない？
Boku is a masculine pronoun, and no indicates possession. And okazu is basically when you have a meal, it's the food except rice. So in a typical Japanese meal, rice is considered kind of a main food, and everything else is like sides. So that's okazu. And 交換しない is the negative form of 交換する to exchange. Basically, he wants to try the flavored egg. So he's asking her if he can exchange some of his food with her flavored egg.
僕のおかずと交換しない？する。
And she said する, which means to do. And remember, しない is the negative form of する. And in Japanese, it's a common way of answering a question, just repeating the same verb. しない する.
する。
Number 4. 山田くんとレベル999の恋をする. My love story with Yamada-kun at level 999. This is the most mature-ish romantic comedy in this video. I wanted to include this one because Yamada speaks Keigo using des and mas, which is a type of Japanese that we use with strangers and people who are older than us, as opposed to family members and friends around the same age with whom we speak plain Japanese. And the main character, whose name is, wait for it, Akane, speaks plain Japanese to Yamada because she's older, and Yamada speaks Keigo with her. And did you notice that Akane from My Clueless First Friend shares the same voice actor as Akane in this one?
確かに可愛いね。周りが見えてなくてですね。
Anyway, learning both plain and Keigo Japanese is important as we use both.
自炊とかしないの？
全く。
へえ、じゃあ毎日のご飯とかどうしてるの？
コンビニで適当に買ったりですね。
Another perfectly natural conversation.
自炊とかしないの？
Jisui means cooking on your own as opposed to eating out. Toka, things like. And do you remember shinai? It's the negative form of suru, to do. And we often use ending no when we ask a question to confirm something or when we already have an idea of what the answer would be. It's actually tricky to explain this, and I've already made a separate video for that. So if you are interested in it, watch my video about desu. And this is plain Japanese.
コンビニで適当に買ったりですね。
And here he used desu, indicating that he's using keigo that we often use with strangers or people who are older than us. And desu is more precisely called teinego, polite language. And teinego is one of the categories of keigo, because keigo has other subcategories like sonkeigo, respectful language, or kenjogo, humble language.
コンビニで適当に買ったりですね。
And as you can see, there are plenty of anime where characters speak like real-life Japanese people. So you can totally watch them to learn Japanese. But if you are a beginner, maybe it's gonna be quite challenging to start understanding sentences in anime. So if you need some help, I will teach you the fundamentals of Japanese using realistic examples and actual real-life examples, as opposed to unnatural textbook Japanese. So click the link and subscribe to my email group, Japanese with Yuta.